So I was at the airport last Thursday.
Yes.
I checked my email. I had an email to my website, my actual bigjcomedy.com, that said, I'm a big fan of this. Saying they were a big fan of the show, but also that they are an ex-angel of Corey Feldman's.
What?
Who is?
Are you pushing me right now? Are you fucking pushing me?
Andy, Corey Feldman comes in here with a gun. It's actually a part of my new show.
How far can Andy be pushed?
Andrew didn't know that Corey and the boys had been in on it the entire time.
The whole time.
No.
She said, she performed the show we all went to go see at the Highline Ballroom.
Yep.
She was in at that point. She is no longer an angel, but we went back and forth a little bit. I said, we have 1,000,001 questions. I think
Jacob typed out a bunch.
They are not on good terms, so I don't think she's going to pull any punches here. I'm prepared to take a lot of what she says as gospel, because I feel like everything that he tells the world sounds like the ridiculous story. So
I'm interested to get to the bottom of this whole Wolfpack thing.
Yeah, if you think about the needle. Yeah, the needle
the stabbing.
poke.
We never heard about it.
Just the whole way of life, the household. I'm very excited for this. Jezebel Sweet is her name.
I know you love this song. That's why I was listening to it. I was like, I know fucking Jacob's just right now. Like,
I went back and forth with her a couple times on email and text, and she's sweet, man, and she gets it, which I dig for sure. And she very complimentary of my dick pics.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Well, Christine, don't look up like that's a pasta. She's like, she looked up like, so you sending dick pics again?
Actually,
were you looking up to go like, what'd you say about it?
No, she gave you secretary at her desk face. She went,
yeah, dick pic. She really made a face. She goes, you best send that dick pic.
better lock that up. So
Jezebel Sweet joining us on the air via phone. She's calling in.
Yeah, after the break.
The show after the break. So we'll be right back. Good day, Merc Face.
Yeah.
Cookie cake.
We get down on the
Jay's birthday show. Ex-angel.
She called Christine in a text.
Be mine?
She called Christine in a text, my mangel, which I thought was awesome.
Oh.
She goes, oh, you're mangel, LOL.
Man, it might be the holiday spirit. It might just be because I'm a big old lug. But, turning Roman into a friend of the show, it just makes me think one day that all the Corey's and all the angels can just come together.
They're all coming together.
It's good.
Angel
Karma.
We're
bound to meet on the battlefield or the dance floor.
The battle floor of the dance
So I
floor.
want to make sure we have as much time with her as possible as we can get with her. So we'll be right back with a phone call from Jezebel Sweet, ex-angel, right here on the Bonfire. I'm sorry, you can't start that without me getting to that part.
Is that the live version? That was live?
Yeah.
That's great. I did not realize that
From
was
our
live.
show?
I'm so excited for this phone call. She is a doll. We were texting back and forth. Super sweet. Former Corey's Angel joining us on the phone right now. Miss Jezebel Sweet. Do we have her on? Hello?
Hey.
Hey, how are you? Yeah. How about a big round of applause for calling in? Thank you so much.
Jezebel!
How are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
We got a cookie cake in the studio for Jay's birthday.
Yeah, we're all goosed
happy
up on
birthday.
sugar. Thank you. We're all goosed up on sugar and shit.
Yeah, it's a real kindergartner party.
Yeah, we're out of a cannon here a bit today. Thank you so much for calling in. You reached out to me through email. I wasn't sure if you were looking to have this conversation, but I appreciate you letting us have it with you. We have 1,000 questions. I know you said you've heard a little of the Corey, the Fell Dog stuff that we've done on the show here, and it's been extensive.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot. I haven't even gotten through all of it.
Oh, yeah. No, we owe several hours of entertainment to musical enterprises.
He goes,
did you hear about our show through us talking about it?
I think someone tagged me in some kind of video that got posted, things that have been going around, so I probably ended up listening to it.
It's so weird because you do something, like a radio show gets ripped onto YouTube, and it's just like throwing a fucking pebble out in like a fucking lake with the ripples,
Yeah.
And all of a sudden Jezebel's like, yeah, I heard you guys just shitting on us. By the way, we never shit. Everything that needs to be clarified about us talking about Corey Feldman is we are original Corey Feldman fans that are just... we find it so crazy how much he believes that he's like this musical genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where like it's. I want to say we're not trying to be mean. I can see how it can come off sometimes as mean because I think we're just so blown away by the fact, and also the movie was crazy that he made his best friend take all the ass fucking and he just got head from some hot lady driving through town.
Yeah, don't even get me started on that.
I mean, we want to get you started on all of it. I was just this is a
These are all
primer.
great
I'm just
start-offs.
letting you know what we're leading to.
First things first, we'd love to know, how did you meet Corey Feldman?
Well, so I was actually living in Miami, and I was just about to move out of my apartment, and I got a message from this girl that he was in contact with, as sort of a friend of mine, that he was trying to get her in the band, but she was busy with what she was doing, and so she reached out to me about the audition, and it just so happened that I was going to LA the next day, and I was moving out of my apartment, and she was like, yeah, if you get this gig, you know, you can go on tour, you can get free room and board, and I had no idea who the fuck Corey Feldman even was.
That's great.
So she said to you, she's like, it's just this guy Corey Feldman, and you think could be anything from like just a songwriter to did you think he was just a musician?
Well, I recognized his name, but I didn't really know why, so then I looked him up, and I was like, oh, okay, like I've seen like Stand By Me or whatever. So, but I didn't really know.
I could play this
much of
nonsense.
anything about him. I had never heard his music or anything, and I actually agreed to the audition before I ever even looked any of it up.
Got it.
So that was a shock.
Yeah, that's a real life lesson for those for young people listening is look up what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Don't go in blind. You're like, what, Stand By Me? Fucking Lost Boys? I'm up for this. I can play in this band.
Hey, welcome to the audition. Put on some lingerie, grab an axe.
Yeah. I hope you're ready to get dilated. So you're flying to LA and you're like, fuck it, I say yes to this audition. I'm going to go audition for this band.
Yeah, exactly.
Where was the audition? Was it at the Felddog Manor?
Yeah, at his house.
Of course.
Yeah. Which wing, east or west? No, he probably has a fucking pretty nice house, right?
Like in a studio?
Yeah, it's decent.
Oh, yeah, I bet his house is pretty fucking decked out.
Yeah. So did he have a performance space there?
Not at the first house that I lived in with him. We just kind of practiced in the living room. But then the next place that we moved had like kind of a bit of like a rehearsal space.
That's fantastic.
Right,
So you guys are doing it in the dining room first?
That's so funny.
Watch
out for the chandelier. Put it up on the ceiling.
It has a real casting couch vibe to it.
Jezebel, move my Fabergé egg collection.
Oh, this looks like a 90s alt video.
I'm about to throw some power kicks on this song.
Oh, we're some 41ing in a model home.
Sean Astin's coming over to pretend to like it.
Yeah. So you guys are just playing in the living room with like amp chords going everywhere. What was the audition process like?
Mostly just talked to him and showed him some like videos that I had done on YouTube of just me like singing and playing guitar. And then he gave me a piece of his music to learn, and he like kind of walked away for like 10, 15 minutes and let me learn it, and then came back and I had like kind of picked up the basic chord structure. It was kind of funny. They were auditioning me to be a guitar player, which I'm not really like very much of a guitar player, especially not back then.
What is musical notes he hands you for one of his songs? Just I figure it's a piece of paper that goes boo doo womp a wang wang widdly whoop wang.
Can you make it go? Or we are completely underestimating him. And his sheet music is off the charts.
All orchestrated.
You got to bar the F and then swing over to the A minor.
Structurally, this is some of the most perfect music ever written.
Yeah,
Corey Feldman is what I can only say a pure genius.
Oh yeah, he's got perfect pitch.
Beethoven himself would have killed to have written this. C structure, C into a G into an A. So, did he give you sheet music?
Yeah, it was like just like the chords or whatever.
Okay, chord progression.
And
right.
then
For that song, it's so simple.
I want to take a guess at something here because I feel like I get this guy's. If I just guess 180 degrees, what's uncomfortable for me?
Yes.
That I feel like I can guess always his next move.
Because I'll tell you this, my first one, practicing music in a living room. Very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
That's for sitting and for lounging.
Here's two. Came
to
back
the
in by
garage.
himself. You played the song that he just taught you while he not only sang it, weirdly danced just for you.
Really?
I don't think there was any dancing in the audition.
Impossible. I don't know if you saw that movie, but he danced when he got out of rehab.
Did you? And he's waiting for his mom. He's in the parking lot.
Dude, that poor kid had to do that movie when he goes, well, Corey, what would you do if you were waiting for your mom to pick you up from rehab? He goes, probably banging a couple of routines.
No, not even that. They probably did it a completely different way, and then he goes, "You mind if can I talk to him real quick? Hey, in this one, just give me this one. Just dance. Remember, like we practice?
Pow.
That right there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead. Oh man, that's.
Did you have any? I'm sorry to jump all over the place, Jezebel, but did you have any questions when you watched that film that he made? In the scene, Michael Jackson recognized him first before he. I mean, that level of narcissism is mind jarring.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. I'm so impressed by it.
King of Pop sees me, loses his shit.
Yeah, he goes. I've been hearing a lot of, and he goes. I've been hearing a lot about you doing my dance moves really great. Can I see? Would you please let me see?
Please, kid who's in a movie that no one knows is going to be good yet.
Oh my God.
So
Quickly, did you all watch A Tale of Two Corys, like one big group? Was it a big night?
excellent question.
Yeah, we got to watch it before it was even completely
screener.
finished, like before they had even put the cocaine lines in.
Oh, really? So you got to see the Redux? Did you see?
Yeah.
Was it the Corey's director's cut? This is how I think the
So
movie should have gone.
you all watched it at Feldmansion?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
When you're watching it,
What's-
if you're in the room, because I feel like your situation right now, especially Jezebel, like you're in the band, you kind of are witnessing what's going on. When you see a movie like that, is it like when someone shows you a video and they're like, this is really going to make you laugh, and you feel the pressure to laugh? Like, did you feel pressure to be like, this is really good?
I don't know that I really said a whole lot of anything. I really hated it.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
What was Corey like? Did he just sit in like a captain's chair?
Watch me kick these three asses.
Yeah, something like that.
What was the reaction like after it was over? Did you really have to
I remember
struggle through
everyone
that one?
applauding at the end when the thing flashes on the screen and it says he's been sober for 20 years, and everyone clapped except me because I know the truth.
Did everybody else clapping not know the truth?
I
Or-
would have thought everyone would. I mean, I can't remember exactly who all was there. We were having a party.
Oh, really? Oh,
I
my
think
God,
mostly
man.
Everyone was
Big screening.
probably being polite.
Dude, having a party to bring everybody over to watch your Lifetime movie about your life that you made, about your friend who's dead, who got fucked in the butt a bunch, apparently.
Dude, I'm making. Wait till you guys invite.
What a great synopsis.
When I invite you guys over to my house to watch Big-Headed Mountain Kid, the story of Dan Soder.
It's on the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I got this kid from an Enterprise commercial to play me.
When he approaches you guys to be part of this band, because I saw him on Wife Swap before in some interviews, it seemed like, depending on the interview, it seems like there is a sexual connotation there, or it's not at all, and it's just like a business thing.
Well, he says it's a university.
Yeah, he described it as like a learning thing, but do you get the idea
Would
that's
you
like the
consider it a learning annex?
Do you think he's like a guy who's just blatantly being like, no, I'm getting a harem of girlfriends and I want to fuck all of them and do drugs with them or whatever? Or do you think is he doing like the priest who puts a fucking, a hole in the wall to look into the changing room? Do you know what I mean? Is he like a guy who's pretending to be a little holier than thou, but he's actually, you could tell that he's slyly being a creep, or is he pretty out there with it?
I would say a little bit of both. He definitely tries to put on a facade like he's, just this nice guy, but, kind of wears pretty thin pretty quickly.
Oh, so you see that whole facade crack pretty quickly once you move in? What's moving in
Yeah,
day?
it definitely got pretty weird pretty fast.
What's moving in day like in the Feldmansion? Do the other angels help you move in?
I mean, I didn't really have a whole lot to move in. I was just, had just moved, but it was only supposed to be in LA for 4 days. So I just had like a couple of suitcases with me. And
Yeah, just had one of those green army bags and a guitar case.
Welcome to the jungle.
And you went, this is where I'm going to be put up?
But what is like a day in the life at Feldmansion? What is it like to live there?
Yeah, we
I
heard
regularly like saying Feldmansion.
We read a rumor of meal control. Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we were on the Gremlins diet. We weren't allowed to eat after midnight.
Really? What if he caught you eating?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
I believed it.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, we've read a
Quite
lot
honestly,
of
I felt midnight was fair.
Yeah. I went, you know what? He's been consulting a gastrologist.
We can't get wet either.
He knows a good GI, because that's pretty solid advice.
There's no meal planning for real?
The eating situation was weird. Like, they're all vegetarians and vegans, so there was no meat allowed in the house.
So you were like the outsider of the group.
Not really, because I was a vegetarian before I met them. So
But I mean, in general, did it seem like the other girls were like his girlfriends, and you were like a hired kind of gun musician?
Well, I mean, both, because some of the girls in the band like didn't live there. Like, they were just musicians that came into it, and they weren't like involved with him or anything. I guess his wife actually was the only one in the band that was actually sleeping with him. But he had another girlfriend that also lived in the house too. That was like the merch girl.
Oh, really? All right.
And the wife knew about that?
Oh, yeah. That's like their whole thing.
Christine, why can't I move with a girlfriend? Christine never lets me even talk about moving with a girlfriend.
Just break up with me if you want another girlfriend.
Guys,
merch girl.
What about a merch girlfriend?
I don't want to be a angel.
What if she's a merch girl?
Do you guys just jam all day?
I want to. How did the conversation go from like auditioning for the band to full blown move in the house? And like when you were leaving your living situation, was it just something where the timing
we're glossing
just
over.
worked out on your end too?
Yeah. Yeah, it just lined up really crazy. It felt like it was sort of meant to be in a sense. He actually told me, he was like, "Oh, God has like sent you here."
Wow, that's my opening line.
Like, did he bring you into this angel management program, and you were kind of like, I guess, like how?
My program.
Yeah, they were actually trying to get me to move in the first day that they met me when I auditioned, and I was like, "No, like I'm going to go back to the place that I paid for, and I'll come stay here once." That's over. I think I came back the next day for rehearsal, and then I brought my stuff and moved in there the next day. So it was really fast, but it kind of had to be because otherwise I was going to have to take my flight out and leave.
Yeah, what was it like sleeping in the Feldmansion the first night? You just staring up at that, hearing him, sing hum his songs in the hallway?
I don't know.
Good night, Jezebel. Good night, Ashley. Good night, Courtney. Good night, merch girl. Good night, merch girl. I'll see you later.
Jezebel, can I ask one question? Like, what is Corey? It seems like an extravagant lifestyle. What is he living on? Like, how is he getting money? Do you guys make enough on tour?
Yeah, how much do you make? Is touring with him profitable?
I don't know. He was always complaining about the money situation. I mean, we all got paid. I mean, we didn't all get paid in full, which was one of the biggest.
You get a stipend. You guys are getting a party with the dog. I'm going to expose you to such celebrities as Scott Baio, Willie Ames.
Was there also the other aspect where it brings the angels will throw a party, like you can hire the? Because I remember that was part of the whole experience.
Oh, like the paid parties?
Yeah.
He didn't do anything like that when I lived there. That was I think he was trying to shy away from that stuff because it got him so much bad press.
Yeah, it got a lot of bad press. It put us on his trail.
Oh, the live performances?
For all of it. Kind of when he was trying to really pimp it. I mean, I don't know if you remember back when we first discovered this 4 years ago. He was like really pimping it out.
Yeah, were you with him at the time he said he got stabbed by a needle?
That was after I quit the band.
Did you stab him with a needle?
Are you the Wolfpack?
According to him, yes.
Oh, really? So he thinks you're part of the Wolfpack?
Oh, definitely.
Are you? Answer our questions.
You know what's funny? Someone had Go ahead, you speak.
The Wolfpack thing comes from this guy named Bobby Wolf, who was kind of investigating him and doing interviews with different people that had like left the band and worked for him. So I guess I did actually interview with Bobby Wolf. So
you talked to the Wolf?
Called
You getting the Wolf? Winston the Wolf? Wolf. So that's what he calls the Wolf Pack, is because this guy has been asking people about when they quit the band, he's been interviewing them. Bobby Wolf.
Yes. And that's what he calls his subscribers, the Wolf Pack. It wasn't even really that much of a thing until Corey.
Yeah, he made it weird. Well, he said the Wolf Pack. He said those are the ones that stabbed him with a needle.
Yeah.
And he said he was stabbed with a needle, and then some of our fans of the show were saying they thought he was going to come out and say that he was HIV positive from that, which I thought that was pretty far fetched. And then he put out a video sitting with his wife saying, I got pricked by a needle. They offered me medicine that would have, if there was HIV in it, that would make sure I didn't get HIV, but it would have made me sick for 6 months. So I opted not to take it. And that's immediately when I thought, like, oh, this guy's going to come out and say he has HIV.
Yeah, that's like being like, that's like when you want to get out of something the next day and you tell your friend, you're like, yeah, my throat's like itchy.
Yeah.
You're just like leading. You're like, so I can call you tomorrow and be like, oh my God, I feel like shit. Remember I said my throat was shit?
Remember I said I was going to help you move, but my throat was
itchy. Move in.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Jezebel, were you part of the Today Show band? Were you there?
No, I was part of the touring band for the spring and summer tours.
Do you know what happened? Can I ask, this is just how does he afford that golden arrow suit that he wears? He seems to get very expensive clothing for the
guy ain't broke.
Right? I never really understood where the money is coming from.
So you gotta be
he didn't seem to work that much.
You guys didn't work a lot.
Well, they toured.
We did the tours, but he was always talking about, like, the first tour he said he lost money, and the second tour he said he didn't get paid in full, like what he was supposed to.
Does he bring the girlfriends on tour?
Yeah, so his wife was there. She was the keyboard player, and then his girlfriend was the merch girl. And they were the only girls that...
Jacob, you got to meet her.
I had an encounter with her.
You bought merch.
I tried on a shirt that didn't fit, and she told me I had to buy it. But I say it didn't fit me. I'm not paying for it.
What kind of Curb Your Enthusiasm situation is that?
In fairness, Jacob, that girl has to fuck Corey Feldman later, so give her a break.
Come on, break her. Joe, stop being so cruel to her.
Did he try? He didn't try to sleep with you at all?
Oh, he definitely tried.
Really?
He just goes for all of it.
What's his game like?
What?
What's his game like? Like, how did he hit on you?
Like, give you a bunch of drugs and trap you in a hotel room with one bed without telling you.
Oh, that's fucking...
Really?
That's some terrifying shit.
Darker than I thought.
That got real sad and dark.
So what did you do? You just take off?
No, I watched them all have sex.
Really?
Oh, really? How many? What's all of them?
Just the wife and the girlfriend, the first time.
You didn't do anything, just watched fully clothed?
We were in robes. He had a thing with, like, making everyone wear white robes.
Oh man, he's such a cult leader.
So culty and great.
What a cult leader!
So he got to see you naked at least.
Yeah, we still, like, skinny dip at the house and stuff in the backyard in the pool and stuff too.
Were there orgies at Feldmansion?
Yeah, definitely.
Really? How often did orgies happen? Would you say? How long were you there for?
7 months.
7 months. How many orgies did you see in 7 months?
Well, it was something that was like a normal happening, like on the weekends. There was only 3 different times that I actually witnessed anything and I was in the room for anything.
Girls, we got to clean up. It's Orgy Saturday.
Guys, time to get some sweet ass on Saturday afternoon. The bus is pulling up. Here come all our friends.
Guys, orgy night. Big night.
Guys, get the vegetable oil. Get the shower curtains.
Throw down the tarps.
Throw down the tarps.
Was it
it's
just
Slip and Slide Saturday?
Bayo's bringing a squirter.
Oh,
that was my question. Was it other guys that he invite over, or was just Corey and like the girlfriends?
Yeah, sometimes other guys. They're like swingers.
Okay.
They were famous?
Swingers.
Oh, swingers.
Well, and maybe famous swingers.
Can I ask also, what's the...
Maybe.
The show we saw was a 3-hour concert. What was that like on you to have to perform and get prepped for a 3-hour show?
A 3-hour show.
Yeah, it was an interesting experiment in my mental health.
Yeah. Did you guys often say to him, like, Corey, Man, you're not Paul McCartney, dude. There's no reason to do 3 hours. You don't have a catalog like
Every
that.
day.
I'll tell you this.
We bitched about it so much. We're like, nobody wants to see this much of you.
You
Do
and
you
my
recall-
ex-girlfriend
Well-
agree, because that's exactly what happened when I went to the show. She went 3 fucking hours. I was
I
like,
turned around to Dan and I said, "We're staying for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, you're not leaving at all."
I had to barter.
You're
I had
sitting
to
right
barter
here
with her.
Yeah. It
By
was
the
an
way,
argument.
I carried Hannah out of there like a boxer in the 12th round.
She
Like
went
was
all
done.
12
I drank
rounds.
a shitload of whiskey.
We changed the course of the night with our "What's Up with the You" chant. I was very excited about that.
That's what I want to ask her
Oh
about.
yeah.
He really, but my favorite thing about that, I can't believe. God bless all of you, Jezebel, you and all the angels, for keeping a straight face when he presented the 3-hour show as an extra special treat for us, because normally it's when it's not his birthday, they do about a 2.5 hour show, but he goes, "But how about for tonight? We do about 3 hours of music for you guys." And everyone was like, "Holy shit." There was such a hum through the room of like, I don't even know for the laughs if we could take this, man.
Dude, I'll tell you who was not. I wish I could have been near the staff of the venue. Where they're like, what the fuck? It's a fucking Sunday, dude.
Some big muscly black guy does not want to hear this for 3 hours.
Man.
Jezebel, what is your favorite and least favorite Corey Feldman song?
Well, my least favorite was definitely that "Remember 222," the Two Corey song that we did.
You hated his French,
You
his
didn't like
death,
that?
his dead friend tribute.
Yeah.
Why did you hate
Made
it?
me uncomfortable.
Did he ever get fucked
just
up
The
and
whole way that he represents Haim is so disgusting, and it just always felt like he was trying to capitalize off of the other Corey. You know.
Yeah.
Of course.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I can't believe when you guys watched the movie that no one. I mean, I understand not doing it, I guess, but everyone had to be sitting there. I mean, the elephant in the room was he talks about all the abuse they took together, and Corey Haim is constantly getting fucked, and Corey Feldman got his dick sucked maybe sort of once at a party kind
He
of
took
maybe.
a sleepy
Right.
beach from an older dude. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But every other thing, I mean, the one time Corey Haim, like his, I guess Corey Feldman's handler, like just goes to bang Corey Haim in a bathroom, and Corey Feldman sadly walks out of the room and then gets picked up. He gets picked up on the highway by a super hot girl who fucking takes his virginity.
And
It's just like the
introduces
most
him-
bizarre, like,
and introduces him to Coke.
Yeah.
When you guys saw that scene where you,
doing cocaine with mouse.
Guys are here just to hanging out.
you guys just want to hang out. So when you saw that, were you like, did you have to like look back at him to see his reaction? He's like,
It is. It's perfect. It's exactly what I dreamt.
All factual.
Suck balls, Spielberg.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Hamster, guess who gets the final say?
Did he say stuff like, "This is exactly how it happened"?
Rest in peace, you pincushion. I mean, holy shit! That is not. I feel like
Dude, if
Corey
I
Haim's
die- if
mom.
I-
Corey Haim's mom should sue Corey Feldman for that movie.
Dude, if I die and you make a movie about us and you make me look that bad, I will haunt your family for generations.
and your mother doesn't step in.
Yeah, if Trish the dish
Trish
come
doesn't
in
step in to go.
swinging a fucking
What are you
meat
doing with my
tenderizer?"
son? He goes, I don't know, man. He goes, every time we took the double break, Dan would go get his dick sucked in the bathroom
Or he
from
would
a guy.
He would suck dick. He would suck all the business executives'
Look,
dicks.
you needed a new car, and Dan did glory hole work to make ends meet.
Oh yeah!
about
Oh,
gay.
you want me to get fucked like I'm Rodney Dangerfield? Hey, that hurts my butthole.
Can I say?
Yeah.
I mean, some people, if you could say, what would if you had to pick one place in history you could watch, go back in time?
It was that
I
orgy.
mean, people would say the Kennedy assassination or the signing of the Declaration of Independence, but I would want
Who's saying? Who's
I
leading with
would wanna
Kennedy
be-
About
assassination?
the signing.
just for the
I
history
get-
of it.
sure.
But I would want to be at the premiere of A Tale of Two Corys at Feldmansion. Like,
You
that's
wanna
where
see
I'd
the
wanna be.
screening.
Yeah.
You want to watch through a wall?
I would want to just sit with all the angels and Corey and watch the movie.
I want to sit in
think
the
that was
room. I want to watch Jezebel watch the orgy. Just see her
Those-
face of like,
those
what
who
the
watch,
fuck?
watch.
Did you never join in any of the fucking wild sex shit that went down there?
No, never.
Was
Never.
it fun though? Like, was it fun, or were you just kind of weirded out the whole time?
It was kind of interesting, but
Unsettling?
disgusting. I never like intended to like be a part of it or anything like that. So
Is
This
he
is
always
job.
making
Ideal.
music?
Was he like
just
was he a boss? Was he a benevolent boss, or was he like really kind of bitchy once you? I feel like it's one of those things. Once he
yeah.
realizes he's not fucking you, and you're not really partaking in the
Yeah.
shit, where it's like, well, this bitch is just taking up space now.
Right. Yeah. So it was kind of like they were really nice at first, and then once they realized that I wasn't going to put out, then the vibe kind of changed. But it went back and forth. I mean, we were friends to some degree.
Okay.
You know.
Did you ever tell him that his dance moves are really great?
Did you ever lie
I did not.
Did you ever tell him that his dance moves are nothing like Michael Jackson? You can't understand why people are constantly saying that forever?
No, I would have been fired for sure.
Did you ever say the suit, the fedora, and the weird military thing with the glove? Did you have to say Michael Jackson took that from you and that's not cool?
Did you ever ask him, actually, what's up with the youth?
Also, by the way, by the over reiteration of, hey, by the way, Michael Jackson didn't fuck me in that movie makes me think that he fucked him constantly.
Did he just wear him like a baby Bjorn?
I mean, he just fucking held him up. Yeah, he's seen a baby Bjorn. He goes, no, he's plugged onto my dick.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's just riding my dick.
He's like a fucking what's the Kemba ball? What's that thing Lewis plays?
Yeah, the fucking string.
That's ignorant.
Well, Jezebel, thank you so much for calling in. We really, really appreciate you. We'll definitely.
Can we have a part two of this conversation
another time?
Yeah, of course.
You are so awesome. I appreciate all the honesty. It was great. We'll get with you on email. You and Christine can talk about living in a household with terrible, terrible men.
Can relate on it.
You guys can totally relate.
You guys can dish.
You guys can start your own band. Christine's she's a little sick on the keys if you give her time.
Tickle the ivory.
She can tickle the ivories a little bit. Jezebel, sweet everybody. Do you want to give your social media and stuff so people want to follow you?
Oh yeah, I'm on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all that. Jezebel Sweet.
Fantastic musicians. I mean, they were really the whole band actually.
What was your solo on the concert? Did you have your own solo at the show we saw?
Yeah, I did my own original song, which is called Relentless, which I should be releasing that actually sometime next year.
Produced by Fell Dog.
Relentless. It was Corey's attempt to try and fuck you. That's where this title comes
Relentless.
In parentheses, won't stop coming.
Jezebel, sweet everybody.